Hey Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where we will shed some light for you on what's unknown. So let's look into it. Let's into it. Let's get to it. Let's pull some cards. This is my first Pisces reading. So I feel very fortunate and grateful to be able to offer this for you. And hopefully this resonates. If it does, like, share, subscribe, do all that jam. You know the spiel. Let's see what we need to see. Universe, source, divine creator, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, thank you for being with us today. I'm so grateful for you. Please allow me to intuit this reading appropriately for the sign of Pisces and the collective family that they are. For all sun signs, moon signs, rising signs, etc. If you have any placements within any of your chart that represents Pisces, this is for you if you found it here today. There is no such thing as coincidences. There only is. Thank you. Show Pisces what we need to see today. Please, Pisces, if you would, take a deep breath with me real quick. Let's connect in on this channel together so we can get this going real well for you today. Help illuminate some of the unknowns for us. Cool. Got a lot of Pisces in my chart, so I'm really excited to be able to pull this for us all and see what needs to be known. Thank you. First up, we're going to be pulling some cards for current energies. Some things that we need to put some words to, some things we need to put some words to right now for us. Let's see what Spirit has to show us. My ears started ringing. Oof. Kind of loud. First card up. Six of Wands. Success. Right off the bat, well done, Pisces. The Tower, sitting in the center of current energies. You have success on the left. You have the Tower in the middle. Choices. Seven of Cups. Lots of choices, huh? On the right-hand side. Bottom of the deck, most ample energy, closest to us, instigation with the Prince of Wands. Well, you have a lot of outward projection of success happening. Being a mutable sign, Pisces, going with the flow. You're really showing you go with the flow. That's for sure. You're really embracing the flow of water that you are, just right off the bat. Seems like you might be going through some nice little intense tower moments. Now, towers don't have to be bad, you know. They make room for the good to come through for you. So if something seems very intense, it seems like you have a lot of choices. Maybe some grounding would be really good in the current energy. Some mindful meditation, some self-awareness practices, something to really hone in on the choices that you need to make. A lot of energies are popping into your awareness that aren't yours. They're causing stress. They're causing emotional, I want to say turmoil, but you know, it's nothing that you can't handle. You're very, very good at manipulating energies around you for your betterment. And because, you know, we're all people with nice, light, kind, loving souls and hearts, it's not manipulative unless, you know, you're not walking in your true path. If you embrace a lot of the darker side of these signs, then maybe chill out and try to stop manipulating. But I don't think that that's you, because you're such a lovable sign. You're such a kind sign. You and Scorpio go very well together. I've been reading up on as far as compatibilities and stuff go, and the reason why Scorpios are very intense, they're very mysterious, they're alluring, intoxicating, and deep. Both of you are very psychic signs. And the reason why I'm relating you to Scorpio is because, as similar as you are, you're exact opposites in a degree. You're very flowy, artistic, feministic energy, artistic, creative, loving, watery. I choose to do this channel because I love to water with words. Well, Pisces, you water with you. And you really involve yourself in things and people. You really become the energies that you like to associate yourself with. So if you have a lot of choices, it becomes very overwhelming. And then what do when we get overwhelmed? We collapse. We collapse like a tower. And so we're trying to keep our wits about us and stay as on top and on point as possible, right? And don't front. There's no need to be fronting right now. This success came out reversed. And when I do these readings, my reversals are not reversals as in what the signs want to represent. My reversals represent outward expression. So you're outwardly expressing success, although internalizing a lot of turmoil, a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelming aspects. Now, they could all be so good for you, and you go, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So let's stop. Let's just be present for a minute. You've come along this far in your life so far. Have some faith in yourself and know that you can know how to cross that bridge, whatever it is, when you get to it. So don't worry. Don't worry. This is what we're here for you for right now. Maybe if you are worrying, this is exactly why you found this channel. Okay? Yeah, you're causing a lot of self-instigation in this pulling. There's a lot of unnecessary stress that you're bringing on about bringing about within yourself. So this is why we like to breathe and practice these breathing techniques. This is why we transmute energies. This is why we don't dive into other people. And as a Pisces, you walk, I want to say a fine line, but it's not a fine line between social and personal. You like to be enveloped in the energies you love. As a human being, we have a lot of energies around us, so you as well like to escape and be really solitude and really be alone. It's really either or, and drastically either or. That's why it's not a fine line you're balancing on. It's actually a really big line that you're leaping from. And so we want to not go so far when we're trying to balance, right? We want to kind of get a little closer in there. A little closer in there. And you will. And you do. And you do it intuitively, beautifully. The thing about Pisces is your soul itself is an artistic expression. The 12th sign of the zodiac, you are that completion. And you really want to be able to express and offer all that you are to the energies that you are so lovingly enveloping yourself inside of. So it's okay. It's okay. Whatever is stressing you out, I promise it will be okay. It will be. So that's current energies right now, and our minds are our biggest enemies. And your mind is doing a lot of instigating within this tower reading. But hey, an ego death is a beautiful thing to have, and we do it. We do it naturally. I stress, and then something happens and you move on to the next egotistical understanding and experience that you have to go through, and you move on to the next one, and you move on to the next one. And I've been working really hard on becoming still. I've been spending a very long time on meditation and slowing down. Pisces, slow down. You are mutable water sign. What is fast-moving water? It's destructive. What is still water? It's stagnant, but also beautiful and serene, right? Now, we might not necessarily drink it, but it's calm. It allows us time and space to enjoy the rest of the scenic when we're looking over a still lake. But Pisces, you want to be an ocean. You want to be the ocean. You want the constant flow of energy. And you want the constant go with the flow of yourself and self to others and others to self. You want to be able to control that others to self. So I think that's where this reading might end up going to. We're going to pull some cards here on what to expect, what's happening here in the near future real quick. This is a really understandable pulling, like relatable. This is not something that's unfamiliar to me personally, so I'd sit here and be like, I would know how to navigate through this. In fact, I do this regularly. This might be such a stressful moment to you, obviously, because of who you are, and that's beautiful. You fall so deeply when you envelop yourself. You fall so deeply that it's easy to get hurt. It's easy to be overwhelmed. It's easy to become disrupted from someone shaking your glass. Right, water? It's very easy to become chaotic. Moved, not yourself. And so when things disrupt my glass, I just sit there and I'm like, bring it on, but that's because I'm an earth sun sign, internalized by a scorpionic moon, and I'm also chaotic with air, and I got my own symbols, but Piscean energy runs deep in my houses. I have countless places in my houses, and I really can understand these energies a lot. And so confidently, I will promise you what's happening right now, it's going to be okay. In fact, one of your choices is great. All of your choices are good, bad, the rest, whatever you want them to be perceived as by yourself. They just are. But one of them's perfect. A few of them are perfect. A few of them are perfect. So take a deep breath with that and find some solace and peace in knowing that currently, right now, all the overwhelming energies disrupting your glass, you're the one disrupting your glass. It's not these. You're showing everybody you're great. Maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe it'd be good to stop and take a break and envelop yourself into the things that nurture you, into the things that support you, into the things that have your best interest in mind, the things that you like to do. Go clear your water. Go clear out your cup. Filter it, so to say. I just pictured like Brita, like Brita water filter. It's funny. Anyways, that was great. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, that was a really good one. That was nice and on point. Let's see what Spirit has to say as far as energies coming down the line. Let's see what we need to see real quick, right? I'm seeing a butterfly also. Butterfly effect, wings rippling in the quantum field. You wanna know something that I've been pondering and like looking into before I pull these cards? Speaking of the butterfly's effect, not the Ashton Kutcher movie. I'm talking about what's real. Ripples in the quantum field, vibrations from thought, sound, and vocalizing, creation, whatever we do. We live in an atmosphere. Do you think that this air is dry? This gas that we live in and breathe? If you were from a planet that was so close to the sun that water never existed, right? And you were looking at a planet like us, this beautiful pale blue dot. And you go into it and you look at this atmosphere. Well, what's air, right? It's gaseous water. It makes us a wet planet. That makes what this is wet. That makes these ripples real. These waves and vibrations that we exist in. You don't have to get in the water to see ripples in water. And if you're causing these ripples, that's internalizing because you're X percentage amount of water too. So water is everything. You're a piece of everything also. And as Pisces, you have an immense weight and pulling in the quantum field as far as water energy goes. So be still. Chill out a little bit. We say be still as in, and probably what pops in your mind is stop, but when does a butterfly stop flapping, you know? Only when it rests. The rest of it, it's just fluttering, doing its beautiful, beautiful thing, causing the winds of change to come in and through all around us. We think the winds of change, but this is a wet space. We're wet beings, and so I hope that sits well with somebody. Maybe that helps shed some light and comfort for you. Let's pull a few more energies. Shows what we need to see coming down the line here, Spirit. Ancestors. Pull those cards. Nice. 4 cards. Read them in order. That way. Read them that way. Read them that way. Read them that way. Okay, first card up. Strength card. Reversed. Okay. Oh, well. It's reversed, but it's reversed. That's interesting. Strength card over success. Again, reversals not reversed as in not gonna happen. My reversals are outward projectionism. You will be showing this. Success. Strength. Okay? That's coming down the line as strength card. So there's some confidence within you that you can sit with, knowing that at least you will look very strong. You'll look like you got it. You won't be showing vulnerability. Could be good, could not be good. We'll see. Death card. Reversed. Same. They're both in the same area. Yeah, so it's going to be looking like you're going through a lot of shit, so to say. Pardon my language. But maybe like what I see coming down the line is this aspect of woe is me. From all your choices and overwhelming, you might kind of be self-victimizing and falling into this role of victim. Not the best, but manageable. You can navigate that. You don't want to be pathetic, and it's not like you'll be looking pathetic. It's more like you'll be you might be playing the victim card a little hard. And it comes with the territory of all the choices and tower moments. It's hard. We all don't really know how to ask for help a lot of the times. In fact, asking for help is a very amazing strength to have. So maybe you will. Maybe you won't, maybe you will. Maybe you actually don't have anybody who can help around you, and so it's all self to self. But let me pull a few more cards real quick. Three of Pentacles. You're gonna be looking like you do good, and this is again how you are portraying yourself. Okay, not how other people are viewing you necessarily, but this is what you want to be seen as. This is what you will be seen as. You're gonna be looking like you're on top of the world. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Again, they're not reversals. Yes, there are reversals in the tarot. But when you start to have a really optimistic point of view, and you know that this too shall pass, you know this disruptive water will clear one day, you know that the filter of nature is inevitable. So you have faith. And you know it's meant to be, whatever it is that's happening. You're going to persevere no matter what. You're just gonna. It's in your nature to exist and to be. And you're very, very good at being. Pisces excel at being. They just do. Bottom of the deck energy. Five of Cups. You're going to exhaust yourself if you're not careful. We want to protect our energy. We don't want to give it all out with all the reversals. We want to protect our energy. And how do we do that? In a variety of ways. In a variety of ways. My personal favorite one, isolation, saying no until that which is meant for me shows up, and I know it when it happens. And that's my perfect choice that I get to go through. Out of all the sevens of cups, out of all the options I've ever had, sometimes I say no, 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 and all of a sudden one thing pops up in my existence, and it's just like, oh, I can't say no to this, and then you don't, and then you go, and then that's that. But it's difficult. It's difficult when you have a lot around you, like you do, because you're a sociable being, and you envelop yourself in these beings and energies and things, and you put a lot on your plate, more than is needed sometimes. You are instigating all of this overwhelmingness, and you are going to exhaust yourself if you're not careful. So slow down. Don't just say no, because sometimes Pisces, they can get a little nasty when they've been pushed too hard. They're not mean people, but you push them far enough, they're gonna get a little bit nasty towards you. It's hard to become forgiven from a Pisces once that boundary's crossed, and there's no fine line between crossing a boundaries with Pisces. You're leaping from from your fine line is this big. People have fine lines. Yours is huge. And so when somebody really crosses that threshold, you're like, fuck that shit. Get out of here. And maybe because you're still so overwhelmed with them or connected with them, it's really hard for you to just break it off, tear away, whatever it is. I'd say a toxic relationship, but a relationship isn't romantic. A relationship is everything. I have a relationship with my candles, with my tarot cards, with my camera, with myself, with my trees, with my family, with my community, with my thoughts. So with my hobbies, my passions, and also the things that imprison me, my demons I have relationships with, the air I breathe, the quantum field we exist in, my talismans, my beliefs, my prayers, my angels. It can be everything. When you take it all in, what matters to you? What feels good? What filters your water? And that's where you want to go. That's what will help projectile you, and that's what will help protecting your energy and not exhaust you and overwhelm you and cause emotional distress in your reality to where you don't know what to choose, and you're sitting there repetitively in a cycle creating your own tower moments. Now you look good. We all see you're doing good. You're not doing bad. We can see it. But we see everything because there's no protection or underwater. You're just everywhere. And so create your own shape. That's what's really cool about Pisces is any water sign really is, like Bruce Lee said, water takes form of that which it's inside, that which it is put with. And you're a divine creator, psychic, connected to spirit. You're the two-fish channel to spirit. You're the bridge between the physical and the divine. You just are that channeling side. And so what kind of bridge do we all get to transcend through when we navigate you? How do you want to be presented as and perceived as? What kind of form do you want your water to take? You can create that. You can create that very easily. You're born to do that. It's in your nature. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. We're here to help you try to do that and to harness your power and give you whatever form you decide to choose, because I love you and You're worth every bit of water that these words can offer you. So, right away. Yeah, I really like that. I hope you like that too. We're going to help you not exhaust yourself. You do so much for us, day in and day out, without even knowing it. And so, if you haven't heard it before, I'm proud of you. I'm happy you exist. I love you just for being you. And you've done a good job of being you. In fact, you've been perfectly you this whole time. I think people need to hear that kind of stuff more. Anyways. Let's see what we need to watch out for. That just popped right out. Pull that guy out. Page of Wands. Yeah. These are going to be some energies to watch out for. Things to navigate through as we're navigating through this next time lapse until I can get the next Piscean readings up. But be careful of Page of Wands energy. Outwardly projecting Page of Wands. Let's see here. Let me pull a couple more real quick. I want to see something also. So a good way to help protect some of your energy coming up here. Silence is power. Alright? This is why you get so overwhelmed and you envelop yourself so deeply in other people's energies. You really attach to them. And it's so devotional. And don't ever, ever quit devoting yourself to that which you love. But you have to know when to pull back for your own self. A good way to protect yourself is silence. It is sometimes the most honest answer, the most powerful answer. It is also sometimes the safest thing to do until you are sure that that is what you want to do, say, create, vibrate, ripple. Flap your butterfly wings too and cause that ripple in the existence, right? So, you know, keep your power. Don't overshare, because you might actually say a lot more things and put a lot more on your plate than you're meaning to actually do, and you don't want to let other people down, because you'll therefore, in fact, be really down on yourself for not being able to follow through on a lot of things. And you can get down on yourself very, very easily if you over portray all of the amazing things that you can do with the Seven of Cups. You're successful. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. Well, then you have everybody who you just said could do this, do that, do this, do that, do that. Now you got 5 people who are asking something of you, and you get overwhelmed again, and so you're really instigating your own cycles. You're really, really exhausting yourself by being so good at so many things, but then you're not confident, and then you're actually not good at anything. Well, you're still good at them. We still love you. We see how successful you are, but you don't feel good. And when we're living life, we want to give it 110%, not 80%, you know. And you might give out only 80% if you don't protect some of your energy and power. So, just some food for thought on that. Cards. Just that card. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle a few. Show us what kind of demons and energies we need to watch out for. That just popped right out. I'm gonna pull a few more on this, on what to watch out for here coming down the line. Yeah. Okay. So I clarify, Spirit says we're channeling this really, really well for whoever's watching this right now. Again, like I said, if this resonates with you, I'm going to do this script and say, please like, share, and subscribe. As much for you, sure. for me, whatever, but I love pulling these cards for you. And the more people that these energies I can channel and reach and connect in on, the more people we can help. Because we're all in the same quantum field together. We're all in the same physical, as consciously astral realm connection as we are, and you are a bridge, like I said. So this is where clicking those buttons really do help out tarot readers, channels, and things like that. It's not just for us. It's not because you're a fan. It's because you want to help too. As much as we do this because we want to help you, we want to help all of you. Not to glorify anything. Anyways, you do you too. You do anything you want to do, because whatever you do is perfectly meant to be. And there's nothing damn wrong with that, ever. So, show us what we're going to watch out for, Spirit. I just wanted to, that was the slickest, butteriest little snap of the thumb I've ever had. Spirit's like, you're getting it good, dude. So that's really cool. Makes me feel good. Thank you, Pisces. Thank you, Pisces. Other energies to watch out for coming down. Demons, dragons, energies. Knight of Cups. Slow yourself. Practice the power of stillness, silence, not isolation per se. Be with those that nurture your soul. You have the Knight of Cups reversed. Don't go diving into other people. There can become a toxic trait with the Piscean energies because we envelop ourselves so deeply in relationships and people, and we fall so far into them because we don't have boundaries. We're water. We're formless. We're trying to make form. The Knight of Cups is a very what's the word? Not frantic, not volatile, but it's a very uncautious energy. It's just very fast, careless. It's a very careless energy. So this is why we want to be methodical. This is why we want to slow down, because it's going to be okay and things will get done. And just remember, you will cross that bridge when that bridge comes. So why worry about how that bridge is going to be? How am I going to get past that? What am I going to do? What's going to happen? Why worry about all the what ifs when right now the only what if is, do you resonate with the reading or not? Is this clicking with you? And if you're all up in your head about it, that's where you should not be. You should be in your body about it, and in your heart, and in your gut and intuition, because you harbor your intuitive properties so naturally that you might not even know it yet. You might not actually know it for a long time because it's such a natural characteristic to you. So be careful of over projecting yourself, your abilities, your accomplishments, whatever, your success. Be careful of gloating. Okay? Just be careful of it. Oversharing is a great way to lose your energy. And be careful of over-giving yourself. Because when you fall so deeply into other people, it's so hard to tear away. And that's what I was saying. Piscean energy kind of has this, before your true path and awareness really come to fruition, your real dharma starts to pop through, you can fall victim into other people's energies, which really allows you to lose your sense of self. And we don't want that here in this channel. This is exactly why this channel is here, so self-awareness can help you and empower yourself and put you into knowing all that is unknown. And what's unknown is a lot. Mystery is a curious little energy, isn't it? And so, self to self is a beautiful, beautiful relationship to have. Anyways, next card. Two of Wands, reversed. Yeah, like I was saying, be careful of isolating yourself too. Be careful of not ripping. Be careful of ignoring and avoiding going through stuff. Maybe these perfect choices, especially with the Tower, recognizing and acknowledging and finding the confidence to speak your truth is difficult. That's what I'm saying. Don't over amplify and false project your accomplishments when really you have to do something, like maybe admit vulnerability or failure, or maybe tell somebody, I'm sorry, I don't want this anymore. And it's hard to put yourself in a situation where you might look bad, feel bad, or hurt others, let alone hurt yourself. Let alone if you don't find a lot of your power in silence and isolation, it's really difficult to do things like get out of toxic cycles and relationships. But that sometimes is what exactly needs to happen so a better tomorrow can come from today. So it's up to you to choose and do what you need to do. I'm not saying break up with people right off the bat. I'm just saying you know what's meant for you perfectly. And as scary as some things might be, there's light in that darkness, and I promise you that every single time. Every single time. No matter how hard it might be, I'm here for you. And a lot of other people are here for you too, because we all see how amazing you are. It's time for you to show yourself how amazing you are and give yourself the amazingness that you give everybody else, whatever that represents as. You know what it is. So, and bottom of the deck energy, wrapping up this whole reading with the Moon card, soul introspection. Looks like Piscean collective is going to be going through a lot of introspection that I know personally, a lot of Capricorn family just went through. So I think the wheels of fortune and karma are turning. Your season is coming up, and we are preparing you for your season, okay? And with that, you have the Moon. This is soul representation. I'm also picking up a lot of moon magic practices. Just maybe some of you are mystical and understand and are further along in this path than others, and that's perfect. So do your moon rituals, focus on the cycles. Just know that the Luna is always there every night for us. Every night, whether you can see her in the new or not. She's my favorite. And as soon as I embodied that moon energy, I love nighttime. It's my favorite time. The silence, the stillness, the calmness, the beauty. And she will always shine through in that darkness, no matter what, no matter the darkest of nights. The Luna is always there for us. Your soul is always there for you. There will always be darkness. And it's up to us to find the light inside that darkness. Because maybe the light's not being shown in the darkness, but it is, it's there. You're that light. So shine on, baby. Keep on shining, right? I went through a lot of this kind of stuff, and will again. And the cycles just go and go and go and go. That's the best thing about 3D and Earth School, is that the cycles, they don't stop. So I've been through this, and I can't wait to go through it again, because I know how to navigate it now, and we're going to show you how to navigate this really appropriately and really well. You will show you how to navigate this appropriately and really well with us, because we're all a family. I haven't used this deck yet in a lot of readings. I'm going to pull an oracle card. I've had these cards for a while. I really like them, and I think you'll like them too. I'm going to offer you one of these to help you navigate through all that I've just said. So if all of this doesn't sit with you mentally, and you can always go back and watch these videos for sure, and really like go through and comprehend. It's like studying and researching, but we don't have time for that shit, especially when you have so many choices and so many awesome things going on in your life that you don't want to go back and just sit on one thing and reread it and reread it. It's like reading a book. How many times are you going to read my book? Not that many times, probably once, right? So mentally and psychologically, let this thought move through you. But I'm going to pull a card from this numerology deck that I have, and just sit with it. This is the one card that, until the next reading that I get to you, this is the one that you should take with you to embody this and move forward with. Let's give Pisces a gift, Spirit. Let's give them a pre-birthday gift. Let them walk away with one thing to walk through confidently, one understanding that they just need, that they need to know to help navigate through these energies and really help them be the best them that they already are. Thank you. Your numerology card, personal growth, number 7. Well, if that doesn't make sense off the bat, I'm going to read the description in the book, but sit with that. Number 7, personal growth. Not only that, it's purple. Purple, clairvoyance, third eye, crown chakra energy, Pisces bridge. This is you already, so your personal growth is going to transcend so hard and naturally, because you're a natural at it. So, and you get one extra one, patience. Orange, sacral chakra energy. So that's number 2. 2, 7 equals 9. 9 is finalization as well. I love numerology. It really helps represent a lot. Living in this Earth school has a lot of mathematical and numerical representation, synchronicities to it. Numerology is one of my favorites that I started on my own life path with. Sacral energy to third eye energy. Third eye energy, that's Kundalini practices. That's where the energies transmute, and it begins in your sacral, and they come out your third eye, and we have these Kundalini awakenings with that. So maybe do some practices if any of that resonates with you. But patience, slow yourself. Personal growth is happening. All right? I need to read out of the book. I don't even need to read this. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Do exactly whatever resonates with you. Excuse me. Processing. The energies of this reading are for you, Pisces, and you alone if you choose to accept. And we're complete here. Take a breath with me, please, if you would, to close this channel. Deep breath with me. Pisces Collective, I love you so much. I'm grateful for you. I don't know where we would be without you and your bridge that you are. Your beautiful formlessness. You really help a lot of people recognize themselves, whether you know it or not. So I hope you do know it, and I hope that this can help you give some confidence in your day-to-day, knowing that you're perfect and that you have purpose, and that all the responsibilities that you think are overbearing you and weighing you down, well, your responsibilities are already taken care of. We all love you. So we're complete here, Pisces. This is your known unknown. And until next time, thank you.